Hi everybody, Carl the Prado, A to Z Business IT. Today I wanted to talk about a new form of URL impersonation. When we talk about a URL, that's basically what we're talking about is a website domain. Like Amazon.com or Citibank or something like that. I've talked about how hackers will trick you with what we call typo squatting, where, if a site like Amazon is spelled with an O, like AMOZON, somebody types that in, they go to the site, and then or they think that that's the right site. You know, the basically the way the cyber criminal will work is they'll ask you to log into that site. They'll get the credentials. They'll even get the two-factor authentication if you have it, and they're off to the races. So this is a hack that we'll see where people aren't accidentally searching for something, but they'll receive a message, either a text message, or they'll receive or through Messenger or through an email. And if we look at these two websites right here at the top, you see Citibank and Citibank, and they look pretty much identical. But guess which one is the correct one? So if you go with the correct one, oh, by the way, comes from Tom's Hardware, and a number of other sites like Malwarebytes is also reporting on this. But if we look at the two websites here, the top website is, when you look at the A's, you'll notice that the A's are a little different, but you may have thought that was basically a typesetting issue. Well, the top A is a Latin letter A, and so that's the one that's used for the Citibank domain. Now, the bottom one is actually using a Cyrillic A from a Cyrillic typewriter, and that is a completely different domain. It's no longer part of Citibank, and that is one of the ways that the bad guys can come in by masquerading as a domain that you think is legitimate. And unfortunately, when they do that, they can use the same hacking techniques because you feel like it's a trusted domain to go to. So how do you avoid this? Well, the only thing that you really can do is, like we've always said, is when you think the email is fishy, don't click on the link, even if it looks legitimate. Go to the website directly and type in the domain. And the reason for that is you don't know whether whether they're going in from a different language typewriter. This is a whole new sophistication of an attack. And that's why, we always talk about, well, when's cybersecurity when will we not need it anymore? And I always answer the answer is never, because as long as there's money out there that needs to be protected, there's always going to be bad guys looking to scam us in one way or another. And this is a clear one right here. So, I thank you for your time. If you're a business and you're looking at this going, how am I going to protect myself from all these different things? The first step of defense is to know what your risks are. We recommend a gap analysis that we do, where we go through and we'll check out your company's systems to see where the weaknesses are, and then we can fortify them in a reasonable manner. I'm going to put a link down below for that, and I thank you for today, and I'll talk to you guys later. Take care.